What's up, team? Sorry, I've been a little bit tardy on my videos and my content uploads. It's just been a really hectic couple of weeks since we got back from the Anzac Day ride out. So I thought I'd make this quick video and do a bit of a debrief on the Anzac Day ride. Look, there was a few things that popped up on the Anzac Day ride. Look, it wasn't an organised event. I didn't advertise it at all. I didn't charge any money for it. It was just really supposed to be a ride out with some mates. And obviously this is the second time I've done it on the back of the first one we did last year, where I put a lot of energy into it. We organised it. I had sweep riders and support vehicle drivers and someone to help with cooking and packing up and clean down and everything like that. It was a really well run event and everyone had a great time, and everyone said that it was really memorable, and I was really great with the results. However, this year Anzac Day fell on a middle of the week, so it was really hard to get people away from work and from home for just one day out in the desert midweek. So I didn't, and I was really tired with work, whatever the excuses are, so I didn't organise anything. And that was sort of the first. I put the message out, and it was just going to be a casual ride with some friends. And obviously some friends told other friends, and then when we arrived in Big Desert up in Rainbow, there was all these people there, and there was an expectation that it was going to be an event, and I hadn't organised anything because but anyway, so there was a few logistical issues. I had no sweep riders, no one to help with the vehicle, and I was driving the truck because I'd spent the last 6 months getting the truck ready for this expedition across the Simpson, which we're doing in just a few days' time. So I didn't even really get to ride the bike, which is a bit of a shame. And so I guess from an organisational or from an operations point of view, people left with a bit of a sour taste in their mouth, coming in expecting one thing and getting another. But for the guys that did come out, that we drove the truck out across the sand dunes. I got some great footage. We really put it through its paces. It was fully loaded, and we got up some really steep hills and some really challenging climbs. So I'll put in some of the footage here in a minute. Look, we had some pretty awesome cookouts out in the field. Really good barbecue. A couple of the girls cooked a stir fry. Another night, one of the lads cooked a roast, and we all sat around and had a really nice dinner out in the desert, and that was all cooked out of the back of the truck. So the truck, as a support vehicle, performed flawlessly, and we all had a really good time. A few other things that popped up. Look, because it was just camping with friends, we had no set times. There was no set schedule, so people were just ready. Some people were ready to go at 7 o'clock. Other people were ready to go a little bit later, and there was a very relaxed sort of feel to the whole event, which it wasn't even an event. It was just a camp out with mates. So, but like I said, from a camp out with mates point of view, everyone had a fantastic time, and we really achieved what we wanted to. But from an operational point of view, there was things I could have done better, and I guess I finished the weekend, although we learnt a lot about the truck, we learnt a lot about bringing people across the desert. There was things I felt I could have done better, and at the end of the day, I felt like it was perhaps a missed opportunity to really improve on the success we had last year. And we only get one Anzac Day a year, so I'm 40 now. So if I did this 20 more times, I've only got 19 more times to do this, 19 more opportunities to make this a really memorable event between now and the age of 60. So I think, upon reflection and debriefing with myself, again, everyone who came out had a great time, and there were no injuries and there were no illnesses, and no one hurt themselves, and we had this amazing sunset, and the kids all had a really good time in the truck. So yeah, it was a success. It was really good fun as a camp out with a group of mates. But I think next year, if there's one thing I learned from this, is you can't do motorbike adventure ride / expeditions in a half measure. You have to be all or nothing and really put in for the benefit of everyone, for the safety, and basically just for the event, just for the experience itself. To get the most out of it, you need to go all in. So I think next year Anzac Day falls on a Friday, so I am going to put details up on the website and make some changes and take what we learnt this year and apply it to next year and have a really great event next year. So check out this video. Look, like I said, the guys had a great time. We rode some really good tracks. The truck performed flawlessly. So on all those notes, I'm really happy with it. I just feel like, me personally, I could have put a bit more effort into it and I could have done a better job. And you have to be all or nothing if you're going to do events like this. So watch the video. I hope you enjoy it. And if you do and you think it's something you'd love to do next year we're going to do it as a proper event and go all in and have an absolute ball of a time riding bikes across the sand dunes, getting the truck out there and just having a fantastic time. So thanks for watching. Good morning, team. Happy Anzac Day. We're just up here in Rainbow. Nice foggy morning. Just got the fire warming up. Bit of maintenance on the bikes last night. A couple of issues there, long story. The truck is going well. We're just waiting for a few people to come up. We'll have some breakfast and get some bacon and eggs going. Ern's heating up nicely. I got Luke on the grill. Woo! Just have the little generator recharging the batteries. Go down to about 41%. And we'll have a quick bite to eat. We'll load this truck up again. Hot water service on the back of the truck. Worked street last night. Had a nice hot shower. Set up the bathtub so the water is increased at the same time. Everything's good to go. And we'll get out there today, get these bikes to the dunes, do a dusk service tonight on top of the sand dunes, which should have a bit of fun. Yeah, stay tuned. Radio check, anyone receiving, over?
Jeff, got your lead and clear, mate. Yeah, got your lead and clear too, please.
Say roger that.
Dr. Benji!
Say roger that. Remember Nikki? Ready for action?
What's going on?
Here we go, down into the desert.
Next to me, I feel like you were gone. It's all the things you never show. There are the things
Alrighty.
I want to know. Secret start in your heart.
Alright. Anzac Day Odyssey number 2.
But if you don't want to tell me now,
All the bikes are riding.
yes, I'll never know.
Trying to find a place to park.
Don't want to tell
Luke, how you going, mate? Enjoying it? Oh, thank God for the kids. Louis! Vega, you found the antenna.
I found the antenna.
Oh, thank God you boys are here. I would have been lost without you. Thanks, guys. High five. Boom.
Actually,
Knuckles, Knuckles. High five again. High five. No Knuckles. Ah, Knuckles. Good stuff. Thanks, guys. You want to put it back on, see if it works? All right, Anzac Day tradition. Up here is where we're camping tonight. top of this giant dune. We'll sit here, have a bite to eat, and see if we can get the truck to the top there. Have a nice campfire. It's going to be beautiful weather. Vega, you are a legend, buddy. Did you get up all right? Easy. So what's the tips to get up this thing? Tips and tricks for the newbies?
Got to have a limiter.
On the limiter, full noise, pick your gear and go for it.
Yeah, it makes me a bit nervous.
You'll be right, man. You'll be right.
It might make you nervous because Joel's going to film you going up, and that's going on YouTube. So is that what you're going to do?
Yeah, I'm going up. We're going out.
Swing.
How much of that are you using now? You see coming?
Glory days.
Myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set the rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. This really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 get something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today. Without you I never could have moved away. But now I see what you teach. I do believe I always should have stayed. Yeah. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you.
I got you there, Joel. Mate, I'm going to have a go at this dune. What's the best line of approach? To the left or the right?
I reckon straight up the left-hand side, just as we did with the back.
Yeah, roger that. Straight up the face.
Straight up the face, mate, we'll film you coming up.
Roger that.
Okay.
Okay, guys, he's at the base of the hill. Let's see how he goes. First attempt.
Life lessons come one in a dozen.
Come on, truck. Come on, truck.
Lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something
Here
from
he goes.
Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life changes, just open the door. One thing's certain, I'll always be yours.
Oh, easy. 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 That's awesome, man. Easy. Oh man, that was rough. As good as that. First go. That is so cool. It's a big rig. Mate, you didn't do a bad job of that. That was pretty good.
That actually came up 10 psi in the tyres.
I think you just crawled up
And
easy.
you could just feel it just crawling. I started to lose a bit of steam at the end. Had to
That-
snap back down a second. But, mate,
Picture. Mate, with the...
that did it.
That
No,
was.
and it's fully loaded too. Fully loaded with all the gear, all the fuel, 200 and something litres of water, and just came up effortlessly.
It's going to be good across the Simpson in a few weeks.
I can't wait to get it across the Simpson. That is awesome.
With 3 weeks'
Look at
time
the
to it.
view. Look at the view. Come on, you can't buy this. Sick. Woohoo! Anzac Day.
On
Next
Anzac.
year, 2025. It's an odyssey. Just getting here is an odyssey. You don't get that view in the city. Have a look at that.
We come.
That is so cool. You know what we should do? We should cut another track.
Let's just get them up here. Let's get some beers happening, I reckon. Hey?
A couple of beers. Time for a beer. I'll come forward a little bit. This is where we're parking tonight. Hey, are you alright? Luke, thanks for joining me, mate.
Yeah, mate.
First Anzac Day Odyssey. How'd you pull up?
Mate, I was anxious as all hell
Yeah.
coming into it. Had no idea what to expect. Haven't done much sand riding at all. But after the first ride, I was hooked. Loved it.
As you've got a motorbike, 350, KTM 350, and this is your first time riding in sand. How'd you find picking it up?
I found if you go too slow, you fall off.
Yeah, it's a little
And I
bit
did
hard.
that a couple of times at the start. Picked up the speed, and yeah, I found my groove, and I loved it. Once you're up to, say 60, 70, 80 k's an hour,
Yep.
you're just gliding across that sand.
Yeah, you're just floating across the
floating
sand.
from one side to the other, no problems. Like it was
Kind of let the
it was
bike
fun.
do its own thing.
Yeah.
And so, what were some of your what did you enjoy most about the whole trip?
I think overcoming the fear of sand.
Yeah.
That's not something I've done before.
Because I did notice, on day one you were pretty sheepish and pretty nervous, and by the end of day one you had a grin from ear to ear.
Yeah.
So, and camping out in the dunes, what did you think of all of that?
Mate, that was beautiful. Like you can't stop looking around at the sights, the view from up there. But I think getting up the dune was a big thing for me. I was sitting at the bottom of the dune saying to Joel, mate, I don't know if I can get up that. I don't know, that looks pretty steep. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a
and
big
then
dune.
to smash it, third gear, just straight up.
Yeah, you did well.
I actually surprised myself, to be honest with you. That's a good one.
And so, will you be back next year?
I reckon, for sure.
Yeah.
Yep, lock me
And if you were gonna encourage anyone else to come along to the Anzac Day Odyssey, what would your advice be to them?
in. Yeah, look, bring your A game.
Yeah. Just bring a can-do attitude,
Bloody oath.
and the rest will work itself out.
For sure.
All right, mate. Well, fantastic. Thanks for doing a little video with me.
Thanks for having
It was
me.
really hard to get some good footage because I was out there driving the truck and doing all that
Yeah.
other stuff. But, mate, can't wait to do it again next year.
I couldn't rate it higher, bud.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank
Bye.
you. Cheers.
Welcome back. I'm just doing a bit of a debrief here with Nikki and Pip. You guys have just finished Anzac Day Odyssey number 2. How was it? How you feeling? What did you enjoy?
Man, I absolutely love coming to visit you and doing your desert Anzac Odysseys. This is the second one. I've got to say, the highlight is always your campsite. It is amazing, like 360-degree views of the
Up on the
park,
dunes. Yep.
with the sunrise, sunset, moonrise, moonset, just amazing. And then our riding, always good. So.
And Pip, I noticed you got a bit of strapping on your wrist there. What happened, mate? What did you do?
A little bit of an injury early on yesterday. I haven't ridden on sand for 7 years, so it's a bit of a come back to my roots sort of scenario. And it took me about I don't know, 20 k's to get into it. Took the wrong track, ended up in some serious whoops straight away.
Yeah.
Took a fall, sprained my wrist, strapped it up, borrowed a brace from Joel, rode the second day.
Yeah.
We'll be right.
And I noticed you guys also had a tag along full drive, helping you guys get through. Chris, thanks for coming along too, mate.
Do you want to come over and say good day, Chris?
No worries, mate. So, how'd the four-wheel drive go through the tracks?
Nailed it. Absolutely gold standard. Drop those tyres to 10 psi. Roll through, no worries. Only ute to make it up to June.
So there's no diff locks or anything like that in it?
Stock standard, Sliptronic, automatic gearbox.
So if someone's thinking of coming next year as a tag along in a four-wheel drive, they don't need the most heavy-duty mod cons?
50-50 tyres, drop that PSI, keep your revs up, same as your bike.
Fantastic.
We do have upgraded springs and shockeys, but that's
well, you're carrying a lot of weight as well.
yeah, that's it. We are.
And so, as far as riding goes, what was one of your most favourite parts?
For me, this is my second year learning how to sand ride. So there's one part riding my new Yami WR 250R. That's been a highlight, but I think it's getting to know it in the sand and ended up just handling it so well that I took off and did a pivot turn right at the very end.
You did a pivot turn. So for anyone who's watching this who's a little bit nervous about coming along next year, that they're not up to it, that they're not good in the sand, that the sand is scary, what message would you have for them?
Well, I think give it a go, because then the rest of your bike handling just raises every part of your riding. So to spend the 2 days riding on the sand, I mean, there was a 15-minute period where I just couldn't stay upright, but then the next 15 minutes after that was just riding along really just like this, and then so you know, like,
there's ups and downs,
but it's a bit like the whoops that we went over as well.
Only way to ride sand is to ride sand.
And so if you were going to rate this thing out of 10, what kind of would you give it?
10 out of 10 for the adventure.
Yeah, the adventure that we've had.
I think the adventure's just getting here in the first place.
It was, but for us, I think achieving that goal of riding the whole fence line track from go to the end and saying that we've made it interstate was fantastic.
We rode the fire trail, fire break track out, water track up to Finaroo. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, you guys had a great time. And so you guys think you'll be back again?
I'd love to. Hope you have it.
Terrific. Well, thanks for coming along, guys. I noticed this year was a little bit more of a casual approach, but sometimes, you know, it was good just to come out with some mates, have a drink some of the stars, and ride some sand. So thanks, guys. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us, Benji.
No worries.
Thank you so much, Benji.
Fantastic.
You have no idea. Thank
It's
you.
all good. Oh. No worries, mate.
She's like, yeah.